Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Darlene. Today I'm going to be reviewing these makeup brushes right here, but let's go and get right into this. So this is by the brand BS Mall, and this is a professional makeup tool set. So it does come with a little sponge. So it comes with 16 different brushes and the makeup sponge as well. So let's go ahead and get to seeing how these work by doing my makeup with them. I'm going to start off by wetting my makeup sponge. So I'm going to start off with some primer. I'm using just any kind of primer, and I'm going to use a brush to apply it. So I'm using this brush right here, which they don't have names or anything, and I'm just going to put that places where I'm more prone with my pores. I normally put this on with my hands. Now I'm going to use my foundation. I do like the black sponge. I think that's really pretty. This is kind of a really hard sponge. It's more on the harder side, but it's probably not going to absorb as much foundation being on the harder side. So I like to put a little bit on my eyelids as well. Okay, so the Beauty Blender worked pretty good. So I'm going to use some bronzer now, and let's see how this works. I'm going to use this brush right here, which would be a great foundation brush. None of the brushes are labeled or anything, so I'm just kind of doing me. Just kind of showing you. It's the nice one, but it's kind of tapered. So they seem like they're doing pretty good so far, you see. It's actually giving really good coverage. It didn't absorb the product like a newer brush would. So it did pretty good on that. I usually only really use like one brush. This is like a great kit for someone that's just starting out and doesn't have a lot of brushes, because this definitely has a lot of brushes. I like to go back over with my sponge and kind of just get rid of any lines that created. Let's go ahead and do some brows now. So this is the brow brush that it came with. I'm going to start off with a lighter shade, and I like to put that through here. This picks up a lot of product. So I went ahead and done both brows, and it worked really good. It's a lot thicker than I would like, but you could also use this for other things, like, let me say, like if you want to smoke some eyeshadow down here. I was like very slightly doing it. You can see, you could do that. I'm going to plan on putting another color down there. That's why I'm not just going to completely do that. Now I'm going to go in with some concealer. Usually you can get any brush to work. I mean, some work better than others, but I can usually get just about any brand to work. Okay, so let me go ahead. I'm going to blend this in with this, see how it works. Looks like it's doing pretty good. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my blender and kind of just blend both those together. Now I'm going to go in with a contour stick just to kind of get some more contour through here. So I'm just going to put it right here, right there, 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 there. Just like that. Okay. What am I going to use now? Let's go ahead and try this. It's actually a foundation brush. We'll see. I don't think that's going to do too well. I'm about to try. I'm about to go back in with this one that I put my bronzer on with, because it worked really good for blending like that. You can see how well that's blending it in. So this one's great. I'd probably recommend using this one over this one for foundation and everything, because this is a really good brush. I'm just saying. This brush is probably worth buying the whole set, just this brush right here, because it's been doing pretty good. I'm going to go in with this little round one right here, just so it's a little more precise. So just like that, and then I'm going to go in with the blender again, and this just like kind of just, it adds a little bit of foundation so it's not too harsh, which I think is a must when applying makeup. I do not like lines. Now we're going to get into eyeshadow. So it doesn't really have a good blending brush. Like most of them, like that's for more eyeshadow. This is probably the closest you're going to get to a blending. Because a lot of these are I mean, they're two-stepped. For usually blending, like in the crease and stuff, you're wanting something more like fluffy, like this, to really get it out. So we're going to see how this does. I don't think it's going to do too well. So I'm just going to go like that. Kind of blend it in. Okay, so that's how it works. You can see most of these brushes worked pretty good. The eyeshadow, the only thing I would say it's lacking on is eyeshadow brushes. The eyeshadow brushes like would be great for just like a one eyeshadow all over the eyes like I just did. But if you really want to blend, I mean, you can make them work. You're just going to have to work a lot harder, and I don't want to have to work harder. But for like the foundation brush, I love this brush. I'm actually going to keep this brush because that blended out really, really well. As you can see, did a great job. So great brush set for beginners. Like if you're just getting into makeup and you want a nice, affordable brush set, I would highly recommend this. Like you can get them to work pretty well. Just this brush alone is worth the whole set, because like I said, it kind of reminds me of like the Real Techniques brushes. But yeah, that completes this video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. God bless.